Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm the Deglutenizer, and today I'm making my gluten-free key lime pie recipe. So to get started, I like using these 2 packs of foil pans that come with lids. So the first step is to make the graham-style crust to go into the bottom of my pans. So to start my crust, I will need 1 full box of gluten-free graham-style cookies. And I'm just going to dump this into my blender. To that, I'm going to add about 4 ounces of ginger snaps. This is my homemade recipe, which you can find in the annotations right up here. And I'll put the link in the description box below for my recipe. You could use store-bought, so just make sure that you're using about 4 ounces worth. And to my cookies, I want to add 2 tablespoons of coconut flour, 1/4 teaspoon of regular non-iodized table salt. And before I add my melted butter, I want to go ahead and pulverize my cookies into a fine crumb. Next, I'm going to take 3/4 of a stick of butter, and I'm going to pop it into a microwave-safe mug and put it in the microwave until melted. And to my crumbs, I'm going to add my melted butter. Then I'm going to give this one more quick blitz until it looks like wet sand. So I want to dump all of my crust out into one plate. And I'm going to use my hands to break up any extra buttery chunks. And then I can transfer about half into my second pan. So I just want to use the base of the glass to tap my crust flat on the bottom, and then use my fingertips to pull the crumbs up the side of my pie pan. And there we go. 2 beautiful graham-style crumb crusts. These are going to par bake in the oven at 350 degrees while I prepare my filling. Alright, my crusts are in the oven, which means I need to set up my filling. So I'm going to start with 5 eggs, and I'm going to separate these. So the medium-sized bowl is for my whites, which I will whip. The large-sized bowl is for the yolks, and then I will add the rest of my ingredients to those. And I have a smaller bowl to separate each egg individually, so that way if a yolk breaks, then I'm not contaminating my entire batch of eggs. So to separate eggs, take your egg, crack it on a flat surface. Using a single bowl, lift the top half of the shell away. Let any white run off that will. Then pass the yolk to the other shell. Let more white drip off. Remove any albumin threads that you can. And place your clean white into your collection of whites in your mixing bowl. So I'm going to set my whites aside and add the rest of my ingredients to my yolks, starting off with 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. My recipe also calls for 3/4 of a cup of key lime juice. Bottled is fine. And what I'm going to do is, there's still a whole bunch of sweetened condensed milk on the inside of this can. I'm going to pour my key lime juice into the can and use a mini whisk to scrape that extra sweetened condensed milk away from the inside of the can and into my key lime juice. And all of that can go into my bowl. Finally, to that I need to add 1/4 cup of regular white sugar and whisk to combine. Next up, I need to beat my egg whites into stiff peaks. So I'm going to add my whites to my filling, 1/3 at a time. And the first third, I'm not really going to worry too much about folding. Mainly, I just want to add these to lighten my filling, so the rest of my whites can be easily incorporated. I'm going to be lighter with my second addition. If this filling was a little sturdier, more like a pudding than a straight liquid, I would fold properly. But because it's a liquid, I'm mainly just concerned with increasing the volume of my filling as I incorporate the air that I whipped into my whites. Here are my crusts. And I'm just going to move back and forth a little bit. So these are both going to bake at 350 degrees until the center is only slightly jiggly. So in about 20 minutes, I'll be back to check on them and see if they need to be rotated or how much more time they need. It has been 20 minutes and my pies look perfect. Slightly brown on top. And just the slightest jiggle in the center. I'm going to let these cool on top of the stove for about an hour before placing into the fridge to chill. Hey guys, it is the next day, as evidenced by the wardrobe change. My pies have chilled in the fridge overnight, so all that's left is to make the whipped cream topping. So I'm starting off with my cream, and I'm looking for 10.2 ounces of heavy whipping cream. To that, I want to add a pinch of salt. And this is vanilla sugar. That is sugar that has been infused with the scrapings of a vanilla bean pod. And I'm looking for 2 tablespoons of that. Now I'm going to beat my cream mixture to medium peaks, which will smooth evenly and easily across the tops of my pies. So I'm going to divide my whipped cream between my 2 pies. And then pushing from the center out, going to gently spread my whipped cream, being careful not to deflate it too much. All that's left now is to slice and serve. So I got some really cute photos, and now I get to do some quality control and just make sure that this pie is everything I claim that it is. Mmm. Yummy. Sorry, that one deserves a second bite. Mmm. Delicious. Fantastic. Perfection. Publix ain't got jack on this. The crust is crispy. The filling is soft and airy and sour. The whipped cream topping helps to balance the sourness from the key lime juice that's in there. Oh man. So that's it for today's video. Make sure to give it a like, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell for notifications anytime I upload a new video. So I'm going to go lick this plate clean. I will see you guys next time on the Deglutenizer, and enjoy making this recipe at home. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, I hope you'll consider supporting me on Patreon for just $2 a month. Patrons receive early access to content, early announcements for upcoming projects, and much more. Help me grow by becoming a patron today.